Okay. How often do topics of mental health come up in your friend group? A lot.
Yeah.
Stop looking at
So here's a life lesson here. When we are comfortable, we can't grow. And so right now you're going to feel a bit of discomfort, and that's okay. You're going to grow from it. You're going to learn something new about your environment. And as someone said, the whole quarantine has taught you how to be adaptable, because innately that's who you are as a human being. You're going to learn how to adapt so you can grow. Your system is going to be shocked, but that's all right. You have those things to squeeze. Ground yourself. Next question. What are some mental health issues your generation is experiencing?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay. What's another one?
Disorder.
Disorder.
Like eating disorder.
Eating disorder. Okay. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Eating? Okay.
Disorder.
Not living in the moment.
Okay.
We're always looking at the future.
Future tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, that's a word.
Oversensitivity.
Oversensitivity. Okay.
I take offense to
What else?
Stress.
Stress. Anxiety, stress, eating disorder, oversensitivity. Oh man, there's one more. Depression. What did you say?
Not living in the moment.
Not living in the moment. Future tripping. How did I forget that? Anything else?
Suicide. Like,
Okay.
thinking, that's a big thing. So,
Yeah. Suicidal thoughts, thinking about it, going to sleep, and really not wanting to wake up. That's actually a form of suicidal thoughts. Anything else? Okay. What, as far as anxiety, like we've mentioned anxiety in different words so far. When we are too far ahead, when we're in the future, that is anxiety. Anxiety is literally being focused, or anxiety is being, you have worry, excessive worry, and fear. That's anxiety. And when we get very anxious, we hop into what's called the fight, flight, or freeze. And that's innate. Like, we're born with that. That helps us survive in the wild or in school, which totally is the wild. But what happens is when that part of us is overly stimulated, then we're interpreting things, just about anything, as danger. And that's when anxiety becomes a problem. We want to feel anxious. We don't want to get rid of that, is what I'm saying. Because if we don't have it, then we won't know we're in danger. We're just kind of like walking about in life, and a bear can just attack us without us being able to fight. So anxiety is our alarm system. And so when we are way too far out in the future and worrying and things like that, that's when it becomes problematic. So we got to find ways to work on our anxiety, but we want to keep ourselves, we want to experience that. Did y'all know that? Yeah, it's okay to feel anxious. And then depression is when we are way in the back. Way back there. Depression is not usually what's happening now. In parts it is, but usually we're going in the back. And if you look at there's this big book that we have that has all the diagnoses in it. And oftentimes it's going to say depression has a lot of worry, a lot of guilt, a lot of isolation. That's usually when those suicidal thoughts can creep in. It's when it wants to keep you isolated enough to have experienced those thoughts. So we want to be more in the present. And that's why grounding tools are helpful. Because the present is literally what's going on. We can't really engage. That's probably why it was hard for us to be in quarantine. Because we have to be here to experience what's going on. Yeah. How well would you say you're able to be in the present?
I'd say pretty well.
Yeah, pretty well.
I say when I'm around people, I'm in the present, but like when I'm alone, that's when I start like thinking about the future and all that. But most of the time when I'm with people, it's like always in the present.
Okay, so that's being in a group of people is more engaging then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like I'm always worrying about tomorrow, or like the things that I need to do, or the things that are going on within the week, or even planning for college. Like all of that's future, and so like not worrying about that is really hard.
Because it's uncertain.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to graduate, and what happens after you graduate is, right, that's a bit scary for sure. Anything else? Okay.
Oh, Kaden.
Oh,
I would just
no
say,
need to shout.
just doing any hobby I like, playing video games, watching TV. I find little tasks, just playing with this helps keep me distracted from anything, future and past-wise.
Yeah. So doing those things helps you focus then?
Because then I only focus on that particular thing and I forget everything else.
Yeah. It's good to have a healthy distraction, but also going back to the thing that we're worried about. There was someone, I don't know who said this, but it's like, if you're worried about something, find a solution for it. Because usually that can decrease that amount of worry. And if you can't find a solution yourself, talk to Garza. He's a responsible adult that can help guide you to the right person to help you make that solution. Yes. What stresses you out more? The past, present, future?
Future.
I really struggle with the past because I always go back in my mind and I second guess myself a lot. So I'll go back and I'm like, what if I did this differently and then this would have happened and then this would have done that. So I always go back thinking I can change the past even though I know I can't.
Ooh.
So,
keyword you said, what if?
Yeah.
If you ever say something with what if, likely you're going to feel anxious.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who else?
For me, it's all of the above. Like, I'm worrying about, like, everything at every point in time, which is, like, really bad, but it's just, I don't know. Like, I'll worry about, like, things in the past because I'll worry about, like, not worry about, but, like, I'll think about how, like, a simple thing that I did in the past has affected me so greatly to get where I am now. And then, in terms of, like, present, I'll think about, like what I'm doing in the moment, and I'll think about, like, how that's affecting me. Like, I'm thinking about how I'm making this thing really, really warm, and I wish it was cold again. And I think about the future all the time also, because, like, you have to. Because, like, it's so hard to be spontaneous in this, like, society, just with how everything is built, because, like, so much of it relies on, like, money, and one spontaneous thing can, like, you have no money, and then like you have no way to earn money, you don't have any money to spend on other things. It's just, like, it's a whole thing. And then also you have to think about, like what you're gonna do with your time in the future, and, like, how you're using your time right now, and how you used it in the past, and how you could have used it in a different way, and just everything.
So what you're saying is the past, because we can't change it, gives us data for the now, and maybe some information to use in the future, because we can't really prevent a lot in the future. That's zero control there. So we can use some of what we have back there for now, and the now can help us in the future. Okay.
For me, it's certainly the future, because granted it's not here yet, it's going to be here sooner than you think, and there's a perceived future that I desire and that I do want, but there are certain consequences to present actions that I think that will just hinder me later on in that future that I do want. And it's just always thinking of potential repercussions that could affect me, either socially or academically or in any other aspect that could prevent me from desiring either a school that I want to attend, a job that I want to apply to, potential people that I want to meet, and relationships that I currently have now that I could potentially be sacrificed if I want to achieve something greater.
Okay, thank you.